So first off, before I begin, I had to post this on my other channel because these people that claim to be so helplessly oppressed somehow got my videos flagged so much, and I can't get another flag or I lose my entire channel. So that's why it's posted on this channel.
Okay, you just heard KKILO34. He's explaining why he's posting the video under another name, because he's been tagged, he's been flagged and stuck. And I can completely relate to that because since I started dealing with him, I'm in the same boat. Interesting, isn't it? But what caught my attention was that he claimed that my people here, black people in this country, are, I quote, helplessly oppressed. And he claims that we're claiming that. Now that's something, isn't it? But there's something that's missing there. I figured that since he said that either he is working a serious manipulation game, or he has no knowledge of the true history in this country. And I'm inclined to go with the latter because he seems to sound pretty sincere. He's convinced that we are claiming oppression, and it's not happening. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see the white power structure. He doesn't see the origins of the white power structure, and he doesn't see how the white power structure has been solidified. It's cemented in this country. He doesn't see that, and he's conveniently ignoring it. Okay.
Yeah, I received this response video to BLOKCOM's video exposing black racism, which argues that black people can be racist. Of course, as you all know, there's this widespread delusion that somehow black racism is okay, but white racism is somehow different. It's evil.
Whoa. Did you catch the last part of what he said? Let's hear it again.
Yeah, I received this response video to BLOKCOM's video exposing black racism, which argues that black people can be racist. Of course, as you all know, there's this widespread delusion that somehow black racism is okay, but white racism is somehow different. It's evil.
Wow. A widespread delusion. A widespread delusion. That's what he said. A widespread delusion that black racism is okay and white racism is evil. He says that me and my people are claiming that. Now, I never said anything about black racism being okay because I know that it doesn't exist. It's an illusion created by people just like K Kilo 34. It's a cop-out. That's basically what it is. It's a cop-out. White people created black supremacy. White people created black racism. And I never said anything closely related to white racism being evil and black racism being okay. So therefore, he's pasting that on me in case you noticed. Let's move along.
Of course, all that is a moral double standard, and the rationale behind it is based entirely on the belief that black people are superior to white people.
Ooh, I'm going to have to be very, very careful with this guy. I mean, he jumped right out of the starting gates promoting a lie, and now he's adding some scenery to it. Did you catch that, what he said? A moral double standard with a rationality that black people are superior to white people. He says this is what black people are claiming, that black people are superior to white people. Well, if we look at it historically, who was here first? Now, that doesn't claim that we're better, it just claims that we were first. And I'm wondering, what does he know historically about white people, about white skin? But that's a whole nother arena. I'm not going to get into that. We're just going to deal with what he says. But obviously, like I said earlier, he's completely out of touch with history, and he's just added his own scenery, his own delusions to this thing. Okay, so yeah, I got my work cut out for me.
Anyway, I'm going to deconstruct this person's response video and demonstrate he's nothing more than a hateful black supremacist trying to disguise his hatred of the white race as a crusade for black empowerment and equality. Anyway, I'm going to deconstruct this person's response video and demonstrate he's nothing more than a hateful black supremacist trying to disguise his hatred of the white race as a crusade for black empowerment and equality.
This guy is so animated, man. He really should be in Hollywood, really. I caught the part. Matter of fact, I caught all of it. He said he's deconstructing my videos, and he called me a hateful black supremacist trying to disguise my hatred as a crusade for black empowerment and equality. Oh my goodness. Hateful black supremacists. Well, I think I've covered the black supremacy part, and I know he's going to be stuck on it as we deal with this video. Hateful. I don't hate anybody. And to be honest with you, there's only one race of people who have the whole concept of hatred mastered. I do mean mastered. And we don't have to say what race that is, but they do. The whole concept of hate, if you look at their history, it is so clear. I mean, crystal clear. Hateful. Black supremacists, okay. And I'm disguising my hatred as a crusade for black empowerment and equality. I don't play a role for nobody, not you, not him, not anyone. I am just as real as they come, and all I'm ever going to point out is the truth. I haven't even said anything about going to get Whitey, let's kill Whitey, or let's do this, let's do that. I have not implemented any action. I have not promoted anything about putting any action to white people. All I've done is speak the truth about what they have done, and what they are doing, and I'm putting it all together and I'm presenting it. That's all I've done. But I'm a black supremacist. I'm hateful. I'm running a crusade for black empowerment and equality. Man, please. Black empowerment begins in the black community. You know, the black community that we've tried to build and rebuild over and over again, that white America has repeatedly burned down and repeatedly came up with new rules to break it up. In the late 60s, KKILO34, I'm talking to you now instead of everybody else. In the late 60s, the welfare system implemented some new rules. I'm wondering if you know what those rules were. Anyway, those new rules said that the black man was not to be in the home in order for the woman to receive benefits for her and the children. And they started making checks in the black home. This went on all through the 70s as well, from the late 60s all the way through the 70s. I remember it myself. But they did this, and if there was any trace of a man that had been in that house, or if a man was even there when they came to make a check, benefits were cut off instantly. So in other words, our government, our white-controlled government, made sure to keep the black home separated. Now, before this new rule was kicked in, before it was implemented, KKILO34, 82% of black households all throughout this country had a mother and father. Now, back on that welfare thing, whole white families got benefits. And, you know, despite what you've seen on television, the way that welfare is presented, you know, they're always putting black people, black images with welfare. There was always 10 white people on welfare to every one black person. But they put black people on the face of welfare whenever it was viewed on television. You need to know your history, man, and you're starting on a whirlwind of lies. But I'm going to see this through. I'm going to see this through. And on that note, I'm going to shut it down, and we're going to pick this up at with part 5. Alrighty.